You're alive. Well, I hope so. You're alive. Well, I hope so. It's better than the alternative. That's my phone going off. Let's turn the volume down on this phone. Volume. Sound. Right, let's turn all the sound down a minute. Good morning, 4 people. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying Saturday. I'm going to have to disappear from you in a split second because the kettle's boiling. That's all. See if we get some focus here. Yeah, come on. It's going to be one of these things where it's going to be bloody out of focus again, is it? Jesus. I despair with this freaking camera. I really do. I've got to get something else. A box brownie would be better than this. Yeah, I got to disappear just in a split second with the kettle's boiling out in the kitchen. I'm making a cup of tea. I need some sustenance, folks. Here we go. We're on our group build. So they're looking quite nice now. A bit shiny, but that's the wash I put on there. So what I'm going to do in a minute, when I've got my cup of tea, so I'm going to start on the highlights. Come on, focus up, will you? Oh, Jesus. Saturday. Why won't you focus on this? There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I got to get shot of this camera. It's not good. So let me get me a cup of tea a minute. I'll be straight back. Elizabeth Gray. Wow. Thank you for the wow. I will be back in just a split second. Let me get my cup of tea a minute. Here we go. Cheers. This is actually not tea, as you can probably see from the picture. It's grape juice, but it's hot grape juice. I drink that occasionally just as a break from the tea. Right, what I'm going to do first, before we get into the highlights on these dispatch riders, I'm just going to put some primer on these milk churns for these milkmen, so I get them done. So that's my first job of the day. I'm all behind today, as usual. Nice to see you. Nice to see you here. Nice to have a lady here watching. Fantastic. Your brother suggested my channel. A wise choice. Yeah, nice to see you. Nice to see anybody, actually. Right, can we get this back over here without knocking the camera? Right, give me a soft brush here. Give me a soft brush. Here we go. Right, let's get some primer on these milk churns. 3 of them I had to make handles for, which I used foil pie tray. Very thin pieces of foil pie tray. They've come out all right, actually. A bit fiddly, but we got there. Let's give me some light here. Here we go. So we'll get these primed up. And whilst they're drying, we can get on with the highlights on those. Dispatch riders. I'm all behind today, and I'll tell you why. I have a confession. I was actually watching, I think the channel was called Graham's Wargaming Vault. I think that's what it was called. Don't quote me on that. But they were playing a game of Hail Caesar, Romans against Dacians. So I was watching that for about an hour and a quarter. Yeah, a good game. They was quite rusty on the rules, I have to say, which they admitted to. And so I left a comment and said, well, just keep playing it. You'll get better as time goes on. You'll get more and more, how can I put it, unrusty, if you like. The game will get more fluent as you play it. But a good game, which the Romans won easily. Dacians were pretty much sort of massacred, really. I think this is going to have 2 coats of this primer, but that's no problem. We can do that. Yeah, Romans versus Dacians. Yeah, good game. Thank you for the thumb up. Yeah. Yeah, try and get these highlighted today, these figures. It's not much, actually, given the fact that these dispatch riders, it's just a 1-color uniform. It's just khaki drab. I mean, as opposed to something like British Airborne, Denison Smock, which were a pain in the neck to do, but do look lovely, I gotta say. Damn the man that invented Denison Smocks. So it shouldn't be too bad highlighting them, these figures. Hello, Ralph. Yeah, that was a good game this morning. I liked that this morning. That was good fun. It was nice to watch over sort of breakfast. It was good. Thoroughly enjoyable. But they were just a little bit rusty on the rules, that's all. But that's everybody's like that to start with. No doubt I'll be the same if I ever get round to it. We all got to start somewhere. But great fun, great fun. But the dice really didn't go very well for the Dacians, I have to say. It was just pretty bad dice rolling. But that's part of the game. Yeah. What I would like to see is somebody else try and have a go at these mini art milkmen and see how they get on. See if they experience the same problems as myself, because they are a bit problematic, these figures. So I'd like to see how somebody else gets on with them. Maybe I should just have a search of YouTube, see if anybody else has had a go at them, and see what they think. But yeah, they are rather problematic. But they should look very nice when they're done, for sure. Some of the detailing on them is quite soft, which is not very good, really. It's a bit disappointing. But we'll see how we get along with them. I think these are supposed to be French. Civilians, but we can use them for the Arnhem project. That's no problem. They'll make Dutch civilians okay. Or Belgium, come to that. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So that's our, where can I put this? Put this back here. That's our milk churns. Done. Let's wash the brush out a minute. And we can start highlighting these. Dispatch riders. Now, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, I'm not sure which colors I'm going to use for these highlights. I've got plenty of choice here. Right, excuse me just a split second. I gotta go and get some. Oh, you probably can't see that. Yeah, get some fresh water. Just a split second. There you go. Yeah, you were saying that Graham is a really nice bloke. I don't doubt that for 1 minute. Because I've come to find, by and large, gaming people are nice people. You know, I can't think of anybody, wargaming wise, I've come across or met that I didn't like. You're all a thoroughly nice bunch, which makes it the fun that it is. It's great. My palette is wrinkled to beyond belief. I'll just reset my palette this morning, so it's wrinkled beyond belief. But then my grandmother was, and she didn't mind. So, right, now let's see exactly what we got here, because we got a choice of colors. There's our original that we used for the base coat, Khaki Drab by Tamiya. Don't go much on Tamiya paint, actually. So let's see what's next. I think it's refractive green, isn't it? We'll go with refractive green. Somebody calling me on the phone. I'll have to wait. What are we going to do for the second highlight? Choice of two. I think I might go with US Olive Drab. We'll try it that way. If we don't like it, we can always change to something else. We will see. So let's have a go with some refractive green. Is that how you say it? Yeah, refractive green. Refractive, that sounds like a mishmash of two words, reflective and something else, doesn't it? Refractive. Well, I'm off to see the hedge shrinker tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting to sit in the tunnel for half an hour. Apparently they play your music while you do it. They give you a choice, actually. They said you can bring a CD. So I got some music lined up. So we'll see how it goes anyway. Should be an interesting experience. Never been in one of them things before. MRI scanner. Right, let's get rid of that milkman a minute. Don't need you. Right, let's have a look here. Oh, blimey, that's going to take a bit of highlighting. My goodness gracious. Right, let's have a look. Brush, brush, brush. Give me a decent sized brush here. I'm all at 6s and 7s, folks. That's too small. Let's try a 2-0. Yeah, I'm all at 6s and 7s today. Right, let's try some refractive green on this and see how we get along. Might be all right. Yeah. Six o'clock tomorrow evening. That's going to be interesting. That is going to be an interesting experience for sure. Right, we'll try this if my bloody fingers will let me do it. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Refractive green. I'm quite happy with that. Yes, indeed. Yeah, bob me, here I come. Way things are at the moment. I'll be in the machine for about 40 minutes. and it'll take about 6 months to get the results. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I think refractive green is going to work out quite nicely. We'll stick with it for now anyway. Quite a nice kit by Bronco. Yeah, they enjoyed working on it. Yeah, I think actually I'm going to go down to a smaller brush. I think this brush is a bit big. Let's go down to a, what have we got here now? 5-0. Yeah. Hawaii 5-0. A Hawaiian brush. 5-0. Oh, that's better. Always get the right size brush, folks. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, we've got decals to put on these figures as well for the stripes and insignia and stuff. So they got to go on yet. The main thing I've really got to do with this build is, oh, excuse me, get on and finish the bikes. Gotta get the bikes finished off. And they are a fiddly build, I gotta say. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever done anything so fiddly as those bikes. Some of the photo edge parts are incredibly small. But this is what you get for small-scale model making. Kits with small parts. And you also got to bear in mind with these colors as well when you're putting them on. They dry darker than when you put them on. So if you say, well, this color looks a bit bright, when you're looking at it in the bottle, you say, well, yeah, but it's got to dry a bit darker when you put it on. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how many folds and creases there are in this guy's tunic. Incredible. I did an interesting thing earlier. I changed the air filter in my air purifier. You wouldn't believe there was so much crap in the air. Yeah, the filter was absolutely filthy. I thought it was probably going to be reasonably dirty, but I didn't think it was going to be as dirty as it was. It was absolutely filthy. But nice to know that stuff's in the air filter and not in my lungs, which is nice. And you think, it got me thinking, well, if this is what it's like indoors, what's it like outside? When you think of all the vehicle pollution and it's not only the vehicle pollution, it's the rubber from the tires and the stuff from the brake linings and all this business. That's all going about the air. It's no wonder people get asthma and stuff, is it? I'm going to turn you upside down now. Ah, see, that's better. I suppose actually, if you were rushing to get these figures on the gaming table, you could have left them like they are now, actually. Because they didn't look half bad now. But, me being me, I like to do a half decent job, if I can. Because at some point, yes, they'll go on the gaming table, but they'll also probably end up in a display cabinet. Right, that's the jacket pretty much highlighted. Which looks pretty reasonable, I have to say. I'll show you this in a second, see if you can notice any difference. I don't know whether you will or not. Cameras being cameras. What I will do is I'll write this down. I've got 5 minutes, the colors we're using. Because at some point, and I will no doubt be painting British infantry. So I want to get the same effect for them. Don't know whether you can notice any highlights on that jacket. Let's see if you can see it that way. Nope, gotta get a bit of camera, Karen. There you go. Should be able to notice a few highlights on that tunic now. So we'll do the trousers. Or breeches, I suppose you would call them, wouldn't you? Breeches. Let's have a look. Most of the work is on the back of these breeches. Saw a lovely Pioneer set last night on eBay. German Pioneer set. 135 scale. Comes with 13 figures and all the pontoon and everything. I was sorely tempted. Don't be surprised if I say to you before long, I bought the Pioneer set. Yeah, Dragon Pioneer set. Mind you, there's so many nice sets out there you could buy. You know, I'm struggling for room now. I have so many kits here. Yeah, this refractive green is working out quite nicely. Khaki drab. And the first highlight of refractive green. And that's doing a very nice job. Yeah, I like this very much. See if there's any highlights on the front here. Yeah, there's a few here. Get that right down there. There's a pocket on the front of the trousers here, so we'll highlight that. There you go. Yeah. Very nice. Nobody's saying anything. You've all gone quiet on me. Somebody say something. You're all so keen and intent in watching what I'm doing. You're all concentrating, I know. You're watching the master at work here. Now, I tell you, there's far better painters out there than me. Oodles of painters better than me. I've sort of picked this game up as I go along. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You learn with every figure you paint, you learn. That's the thing, you learn with everything you do. That's like my nose now, a dewdrop on the end of my nose. There we go. A little bit down the front here. A little bit there. Most of the creasing is around the back of his breeches. Yeah, we could get a bit more in there, I suppose. Don't skimp on the details, Karen. A little bit there. Well, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. We can pretty much call that it, I think. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, I think we'll call that it on that one. Don't go mad on it. Don't want to overdo it. Don't want to overdo it. Let's. Yeah, not so bad. Yeah, a lot of creases in the back of his pants. We've got to look a nice figure, nonetheless. So let's get on with the next guy. Where's my tea? Yeah, doing all right. Doing all right. My dulcet tones. Oh dear, I wouldn't call him that. I don't like my voice, actually. I don't like it. I can't get it to what I wanted. I just can't get it to what I wanted. I've tried, but it's no good. It's no good. It's a lot different to what it used to be, but it's not where I want it. It's nowhere near where I want it. But I guess it's better than talking like that all the time, which I hate. I absolutely hate. Right, so I'll go with this guy. This guy's got sort of slack pants on him, so should be a bit easier. Should be a bit easier, but we'll start with the jacket again anyway. We'll start at the back. Yeah, just the right size brush job, 5-0. These are quite nice brushes, these Raphael brushes. They're quite nice. But any good sable brush will do you well, or should do you well anyway. I can't get on with those synthetic brushes. I've had them here within absolutely no time at all. The bloody thing will crook right over, sort of like that. Yeah, people say that I don't have a West Country accent. No, I don't. I don't sort of have a Cornish accent, whatever that may be. You know, it's just what I ended up with. Just what I ended up with. I mean, I could change it totally if I really wanted to. But I just rather I could get it more female sounding, if that makes any sense. But I can't seem to get my head around that one. I can do anything else, but that I can't seem to get my head around. And that frustrates me no end. You see these people online, and they just, now here's how you do the girl voice. Blah, 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 blah. You think, what? How are you doing that? And me, I sort of struggle with it totally. And you have to be careful with it that you don't voice too far. Then you end up with what I call Mr. Helium. You end up talking like Mr. Helium. I've been talking like that. I've been on the helium. I've been sniffing the helium. Which is totally no good at all. So it's, for me, it's sort of frustrating. I can't get where I want to be, or voice-wise anyway. But it's, yeah, it's better than it was. I've got to be honest with you, one of my faults is I don't practice enough. I'm actually too concerned with practicing with the monkey, believe it or not. I do that every day, work with the monkey. In fact, for that, sugar. For that, I don't read the practice nowadays. It's just so automated now. And like I've sort of demonstrated in the past, all the other voices, they're just automatic as well. They're not a problem. It's just the one voice I just can't get that I would like. Maybe one day. Is this right? I hear Jurgen Klopp is leaving Liverpool. I wonder why. Quite a good manager by all accounts. Not that I really follow football these days because there's too much money in it and they're all dressed up prima donnas, overpaid. But I will watch. I like watching old football from the 70s on YouTube. That's fun. I quite enjoy that. Right, what we got on his arm here? Yeah, of course, there's not so much to do. Excuse me, on this guy's arms because he's got these white things on his sleeves. So we'll have to highlight them. With well, what I'm planning to use is a bit of ivory and then go with some off-white. I'm not planning to use any white on these at all. Because bollocks. You got to bear in mind they're on active service. So things are going to get rather dirty, despite the fact they're trying to keep them white. They will get dirty. So I decided that I'm not going to use white. White is too bright and too stark. Right, that's the jacket. Let's do the pants. How are we doing for time here? Gosh, 10 to 2 already. We've been here nearly 50 minutes already. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, these are going to look jolly nice. I'd have to get a cabinet for these, wouldn't I? Get some kind of cabinet for these. Because once you've painted them, it's a shame to see them shoved in a box all the time, isn't it? Look at that focus, look. That's a wretched nuisance. I'm going to have to sort this out. I'm going to have to sort it out. I'm going to look for a new camera and see how we get on. I got a few shekels in the piggy bank. So I think what I'll do later is I'll go and look for a new camera. to sort something out on that score. Because it doesn't want to behave a lot of the time. So you're looking at a blurred image now. See, now I could turn off. I could turn off the autofocus, but then I'd have to stop the live stream because there doesn't seem to be any way of turning off the autofocus. Hello, Anger, what? Did I miss anything? No, you've not really missed anything. No, you're not really missed anything. Yeah, see, I don't know if I can turn this autofocus off whilst I'm streaming. I don't know. And I'm reluctant to fiddle with anything in case I just disappear on you. So it's frustrating. Very frustrating. No, you haven't missed anything, Anger. The 8 dudes are sleeping in. The 8 dude is sleeping in the chair. I promised he could get up later because he wants to watch Kojak later. So. Hey, dude, we'll be watching Kojak later. Hey, dude has a soft spot for Telly Savalas. Yeah, lovely figures. Right, so I think we'll walk that bit right in there. Yeah, good choice. I do say so myself. Refractive green. A good highlight for khaki drab. Yeah, hello to 8 dude. Yeah. Yeah. 8 dude is becoming a minor celebrity. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. That's what it's about. That's what I keep telling you people. It's what I keep telling you people. You gotta have as much fun as you can while you can for as long as you can. Because we ain't getting any younger. And it's your only chance. So let's have some fun. I went out and played bingo yesterday. That was fun. Here in the village we have what we call a friendship club, which meets once a month. So we met yesterday and we had a few games of bingo this month, which was fun. It's the first time I've played bingo and won half a pound of King Edward, but that's all right. Sure, we can have them for dinner at some point. One thing I'll also try and do today, or over the weekend, is sort something out for the January giveaway, because I'm incredibly late this month. So we'll sort something out for that. And I suppose now the February giveaway. February already. Can't believe it. Unbelievable the way it goes. I think next year, or not next year, this year, I think this Christmas I'm going to do a smaller Christmas tree this year. Because it's just so much hard work doing a 7.5-foot tree. As beautiful as it looks, it's just a huge amount of work. More work than I really need these days. So we'll probably do a smaller tree this year. About 2 foot. About 2 foot sounds right. Right. This one's nearly done. This guy's nearly done. Looking good. Try and get as many of the creases in his pants as possible. Yeah. 2 o'clock, my God. A little bit in there, I suppose. A little bit in there around his crotch, I suppose you would call it. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit, that could go a little bit further up his leg, couldn't it? So we'll just push that around a bit. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, this figure. I think we'll maybe do a little bit on his hat, actually, his cap. Yeah, do a little bit on the peak. You can never keep clogs all running together at the same time. Doesn't happen. You can try as much as you like, but it just doesn't happen. There you go, that's not too bad. I think we'll quit on that for this guy. Quite a nice. Little figure. Yeah. See if I can do it that way. Yeah, that's even worse, isn't it? Let's try it this way. Well, sort of. Yeah, gonna look all right anyway. Gonna look all right. Right, figure number 3. Not so much green on this guy because he's got a what do you call that? He's wearing a jerkin or something like that, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. Look. So he's not got so much green on him. So it makes my life easier. Boxes. It's good to have a forklift license. Yeah, indeed. If you've got a forklift license, it makes life a lot easier. Running a forklift truck. Well, I suppose it depends how heavy the boxes are. But I can imagine, yeah, a lot of people would call you a friend. Having a forklift license. That's quite a mouthful, that, isn't it? Forklift license. You've got to be careful how you say that. Ape Dude would probably struggle saying that. Forklift license. Forklift license. Oh no, he says it all right. Yeah, it's nice. Hey, what? I want to drive a forklift. Yeah, yeah. You haven't got a license. Oh shit. You have to have a license, Ape Dude. Oh shit. And your feet wouldn't reach the pedals anyway. Oh. What would you move with it anyway, Ape Dude? If you had a forklift license, what would you lift with it? Probably boxes of bananas and peanuts. My apartment would be full of boxes of bananas and peanuts, all stamped with Ape Dude on the side. Right, so look, where's that going? That's going down there, okay. Let's have a look, let's have a look. Which way does this go? Let's have a look. A little bit soft, some of the detailing here. But we can do it. So there's something I've learned today. A good highlight for khaki drab is refractive green. See, you never stop. learning, and you never stop learning about color either. Different colors and what you can do with them, and what goes with what. It's what life is, it's a learning curve. I suppose like throwing a boomerang for the first time. It's a learning curve. Don't have to be too mad with the highlighting on the inside of the legs of this guy, because they're going to be hidden by the motorcycle anyway. So you're probably not going to see that much of them. Yeah. Nice to see it's warming up. The temperature's warming up. Well, here anyway it is. By God, it was cold a couple of weeks ago. It was bitter here. Yeah. I feel sorry for these people in Russia, in Moscow and stuff. I saw one old lady there. She was saying it got no heating whatsoever, and it was bitter cold. Yeah, you know, I can't take a bath or anything because I can't get undressed because it's so damn cold. That's terrible. And that idiot's more intent on waging a war than looking after his own people. Okay. Yeah, they're all starving. Well, not sort of starving per se, but they're all shortages of stuff. And can't have no heating, and she was saying, yeah, the lights just go out and the heating goes off and the water gets cut off, and I feel sorry for these people. We should never complain with what we got because it could be far worse. Could be a whole lot worse. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, time to get a bit more highlighting on it. Somebody calling me again. Hear my phone making a noise. I know who it is. This is a neighbor of mine. You'll have to wait. You'll have to wait. You'll have to wait, mate. Can't give everybody my attention. Well, there you go. That's not too bad. I won't go too mad with the highlights on the inside of his arm because that's in shadow anyway. There you go. That's our third figure done with the first highlights. Whether you can see this. Let's have a see. You can see on the legs where I put the highlights. But he's going to make a nice figure, this fella. Yeah. So we'll go back to figure 1 now. How are we doing for time here? An hour and 12 minutes. All right, yeah, for a little bit. I'm gagging for a cup of tea, but we can carry on. Right. So we use refractive green. So what have we got? We can go on top of that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What's this? Dark mud. US olive drab. I think we'll try a bit of US olive drab. Have a crack at that, Karen. Oh, shit. Don't drop it, Karen. Don't drop it. Should use my automatic paint shaker, really. Save my arms. Wrong brush, Karen. Use your 5-0. Right, here we go. Let's have a bit of water here. Let's have a bit of water. Yeah, I hope the machine's all right tomorrow night and it's not some kind of time tunnel. They stick me in it, they switch the thing on, and I end up in ancient Rome or somewhere. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Yeah, this is quite subtle, this color. Which is good. You don't want the highlights too much gap between each color because it looks a bit odd then. You want to get the highlights reasonably close together. If that makes sense. Yeah, I've always wondered why it is you've got to pay a premium for these Bronco kids. Mind you got to sort of pay a premium for everything nowadays, isn't it? Got to pay a premium for fish and chips nowadays. So I didn't know Anthony had a sister. Here's a thing I've learned today. Yeah. See? Never stop learning. Never stop learning. Yeah, gonna look nice, these. Once you get the decals on the arms and stuff, I think these will look jolly nice. Yeah. I wouldn't be no good as a recruitment officer though, would I? Because the amount of time it takes me to produce figures, we never get an army together. And then it would be all full of civilians as well. Territorial army. If there's another war, we'll be all right with the territorial army, provided it's on a bank holiday or a weekend. We'll be all right. Tell you what, I must finish watching. That's A Family at War. If anybody you remember them, get my words mixed up. If any of you remember that series, so I get my words mixed up sometimes, so forgive me. I think that's linked possibly to the tremoring thing as well, because sometimes I say something and I stutter a bit as well. Don't get me wrong, I hope I'm not going to turn into Porky Pig or something, but I mean, it is sort of frustrating. Yeah, indeed. Look at this guy. Just a little bit on his leg. And we can say he's done. Well, the green highlight's done. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. There we go. I think we'll call that guy it on the green highlights. Alright, gotta do his helmet, I know. Tunic and the breeches are done. See if we can get him. Yeah. No, I gotta get a new camera. I gotta get a new camera. Yeah, nice looking figure. I'm happy with that guy thus far. How are we doing for time here? 1:23, 7 minutes. Yo. Oh, I'm gonna go get a cup of tea, folks. And I'm gonna finish the green highlight on these two. Probably do the white highlight next. Get the white done on them. That'll look pretty good to get the white done. Or off-white. I'm going to do off-white. I got a bit of ivory there. Oh, sugar. And then a bit of off-white. So we'll do that, I think. That's the way we'll do it. Once we get the white done on these, it'll be then more or less. So one thing I do have to do on these couple of figures, I gotta put some straps on the helmets. There's no strapping on the helmets for the goggles. So we gotta do that. Got a nice looking figure. Nice looking figure. If the bikes come out as well as these figures, I will be well pleased. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you. Good luck tomorrow. Yeah, thanks very much. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't see there'd be a problem with being in the tube. But you never know. You never know. I'm looking forward just to getting it over with, just for the fact to get it over with, get it out of the way. Then see what the results say. That's all. But like I've said to you folks before, I'm not really cared what they say, because whatever it is, isn't it? You gotta accept it and put up with it, whatever it is. But something somewhere is um, trying to sort of knock on my nervous system for some bizarre reason. Because it's not, like I said to you before, I don't want to go on about it again, but it's not only the shaking in the hands, it's the toothache and electric shocks in the arm and pains in the eyes and all this business. And patches on my body that sting. Um, as you know, I have a bit of a problem swallowing stuff because the muscles in my throat don't work properly. Well, that's nerve damage. As I now know, that's nerve damage. So, something for some reasons trying to knock on my nerves. But, whatever it is, I'm sure they'll have, hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it and find out what it is. Um, it'll be interesting to know whether they can stop this or slow it down. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll just have to play it by ear and see. Just have to play it by ear and see what they say. I don't know how long it'll take before I get the results. A couple of weeks or something, I suppose. I don't know. But we'll see. But I'll let you know at some point what they find out. One thing's for certain, whatever they tell me I got, I'm not going to give in. And I'm going to keep doing this hobby for as long as possible. Because I have a lot of things I still want to do. I was thinking last night, I still want to make these parachutes. I was thinking about that last night. That was going through my head, making these parachutes. Because I think that would look quite effective. I made a realistic looking 135 scale parachute. I'm sure I could get some figures somewhere that I could use as paratroopers dropping down from the sky. They'd have to be straight, but I'm sure I could make some up. And I think that would look quite good in a game if you had some of them coming down. I think that would be fun to do. And challenging to do as well, which is what I like about this hobby. It's a challenge. Painting every figure is a challenge, a new challenge. More challenging than painting flat portraits and stuff like that, because that's pretty straightforward. And I like these because they're three-dimensional, and it's a challenge. It's what I like, a good challenge. So anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm going to get a cup of coffee or a cup of something anyway. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your comments. Nice to be here. Have a nice, sorry, but I'm in need to wish you all a nice weekend. Keep doing what I can. Tom's best for your pro as well. God bless you all. And a cookie for Ape Dude. Dude needs a cookie. Might do that in a minute, actually. Get some cookies. But that picture's jumping now on the bottom of my screen. I don't know why it's jumping like that. Maybe a connection problem. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for your comments. Thanks for subscribing. We will, all being well, see you on another one. Catch you later.